So today, Wednesday, May 20th, is a devastating day. Michigan is getting hammered by flooding. And, after I started reading about this story we're covering right now and hearing that Michigan's flooding, it just gave me a really sick feeling in my stomach. So, Donald Trump is trying to withhold coronavirus aid that will be given to Nevada and Michigan. But with Michigan in particular, they're having really severe flooding, so the aid is also including some money to help with the flooding. Now, it says right here, President Trump on Wednesday threatened to halt federal funding to Michigan and Nevada over the distribution of absentee ballots in those states amid the ongoing coronavirus outbreak that has left more than 90,000 Americans dead, more than 100,000 because we don't have the official numbers. So Donald Trump tweeted, breaking, Michigan sends absentee ballots to 7.7 million people ahead of primaries and the general election, Trump tweeted. This was done illegally and without authorization by a rogue Secretary of State. I will ask to hold up funding to Michigan if they want to go down this voter fraud path. Now, it's important to keep in mind, they didn't send out ballots. They were sending out applications to get ballots because the way it works in America is about 1/3 of states require a specific reason to vote by mail. For example, if you're traveling or temporarily living away from your residence, or, maybe you're immune compromised or you're old, for example, right now with coronavirus. More than half of the states, however, allow voters to request mail-in ballots without one. So in my state, I just get a mail-in ballot no matter what, and I can either go in person or do my mail-in ballot. Now, Trump's threat to halt the funding was issued hours after floods forced the evacuation of about 10,000 people in central Michigan. He didn't specify what kinds of federal aid he would stop or cite a legal basis for the action. So there have been more than 50,000 confirmed coronavirus cases reported in Michigan alone, and more than 5,000 deaths. That's 10% death rate. That's shocking. So, quote, by mailing applications, we have ensured that no Michigander has to choose between their health and their right to vote, Benson, who is the governor, said in a statement. Voting by mail is easy, convenient, safe, and secure, and every voter in Michigan has the right to do it. Now, Trump made the same threat against the state of Nevada. He says, quote, state of Nevada thinks they can send out illegal vote-by-mail ballots, creating a great voter fraud scenario for the state and the U.S., Trump tweeted. They can't. If they do, I think I can hold up funds to the state. Sorry, but you must not cheat in elections. Now, Nevada has made their state election, their June 9th state primaries, an all-mail election. So sending absentee ballots to register voters. Reportedly, the state official responsible for elections is a Republican himself. So it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, recently Trump has claimed that vote by mail has a lot of potential for voter fraud. However, this isn't really the case. This hasn't been proven at all. It is almost necessary right now because of the coronavirus. I mean, does voter fraud happen? I think so. I mean, we saw what happened with the exit poll discrepancies in Iowa, for example, for the Democratic primary. That was an obvious case of voter fraud. But, mail-in ballots are arguably one of the safest ways to vote. And you can call up your local office and verify your vote was counted. It's very sound, it's actually really fraud-proof, you could say. Trump is more than likely holding up the aid because there's always a higher turnout of voters when they can simply and conveniently mail their ballots in. A higher voter turnout could be devastating for Trump, especially considered, this is the most important fact, that both Michigan and Nevada are considered potential swing states in the November election against Joe Biden. And right now, Biden is up in both of these states in recent polls. So let's check out some of these recent polls here. So this one's from Real Clear Politics. You can see right here the most recent one was April 18th to the 21st. Biden is up 8 points, averaged out at about 5.5 points above Trump, doing pretty good in Michigan. So down here you can also see all of the different polls that are done. a lot of different polls. Now let's go check the 538 polls. Right here in Michigan, Biden is at 51%, up 7 points. This was back on May 13th, very recently. And then back on April 24th, for example, general election, Biden was ahead of Trump by 6 points. So let's go check out Nevada. Bam, Nevada, 270 to win. Right here, we've got Biden up 4 points. And you can see the poll averages here. And Biden's basically been winning Trump for the last year, except for this poll right here from Emerson College. And then the final poll is another 538 poll. And I'm showing polls that are, historically decently accurate. So right here, general election, Biden up 4%. That was back on May 6th. That's it. And then February 21st, before all this shit hit the fan, Sanders was destroying, but Biden was winning as well. So, that just really gives you an idea of why he's going out there sounding the alarm, saying that mail-in ballots are, there's a lot of potential for fraud with them. There's not. It's been shown that a lot of older folks are coming out in droves to vote for Biden. And the one key demographic that will stay home if the primary is held in person are older people because of the coronavirus. They're the most susceptible. It's not even really to try and sound like I'm talking about like a smoke-filled back room kind of conspiracy theory sort of scenario. This just kind of makes sense. It's kind of just logical. All in all, even if it's not logical and even if Trump is not doing it to gain something politically, dude, Michigan's getting hit by fucking devastating floods right now, okay? We've got Nevada, who Las Vegas was fucking hammered because of the economic depression. A lot of states need aid, and the fact that he's trying to withhold the aid in these key swing states, it's crazy, man. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys.